Hey everyone, welcome back to MNMMPT NAATI YouTube channel. This is Manmohit. Now, in today's video, I am going to share with you all some great tips, I would say, in order for you to get a perfect score in the describe image topic of a PTE exam. Students tend to struggle in this topic, not in a way that they struggle because they've already memorized a template and all, but they struggle because of not able to get a full score. Describe image only gives you marks towards your speaking module, and that's a heavy amount of marks that you get, about 35 to 40 marks out of 90. So we have to make sure that even if you're aiming for 50, 65, or even a 79, we have to make sure at least in this kind of topic we try to get a perfect score. Also, just before I proceed, if you need any one-on-one time with us, either me or Mohit, 30 minutes or 1 hour one-on-one consultation could be for PTE or even for NAATI, Hindi, Punjabi and Gujarati, where you can discuss all your doubts if you have. You can do a quick speaking test and get a proper feedback, or you can even do a full mock test and get a feedback for that one. We do conduct those one-on-one live sessions with you. You can message us on Instagram or Facebook and we can discuss it over there. And if you need a full-fledged coaching, that is something again we also provide. So if you need that proper coaching or just want to have a chat about the same as to what's right for you, what's wrong for you, you can message us on Instagram or Facebook and we can have a discussion over there. Now, without wasting any further ado, let's dive into this video and understand what those tips are. Now, first and foremost, memorizing the template is extremely important. Students think that this is not really a difficult topic and then they do not memorize something. Memorize a good template. First of all, make sure that template works. It's not that every single template will work in the exam, so do check with your instructors wherever you're getting guidance from, that whether that template will give you a full score or not. If you want to use our template, you can download that for free from the description box itself. There would be a link, just click on that and you can download that. Memorize that and then just follow the tips that I would be giving in this video and also other describe image full course videos where you can understand how to do that particular topic in the easiest way possible. Memorizing the template is the very first thing, and that is something you should start doing that from the day one itself. Do not leave the template to the very last or to the very end of your exam, because if you just memorize it couple of days before your exam, chances are you will mess up in that. First day, whenever you learn describe image, just start memorizing it and then understand what sort of content needs to be fitted in the template itself, and then keep on practicing on a daily basis. Tip number 2 would be, once you have memorized a template, keep your content simple. I cannot say for other templates, but at least for the template that we provide, the content part that is supposed to be in there is going to be very simple and straightforward. Prefer not complicating yourself unnecessarily. In our template, we have literally mentioned you need to have couple of keywords from the image itself. Could be colors, could be categories, but even if you're picking up the categories, you have to pick up the easiest categories possible, because if you try to if you have a fancy amount of content, or if you just pick up the most complex words given in the image, it doesn't mean that computer is going to give you a higher score as compared to a student who is just picking up the easy keywords. That does not happen in this topic. For describe image, computer is just looking at two things. One is your fluency and another one is your pronunciation. Content part does not really matter a lot in describe image. Your main focus has to be fluency and your second main focus has to be on the pronunciation part. That is why picking up the easiest keywords, easiest colors is the name of the game, at least for this particular topic. Tip number 3 I can say is, now we know that we have to work on our fluency and pronunciation. Students tend to think that fluency means just speaking it out like a bullet train, speaking very quickly. Understand one thing, fluency does not equate speed. Yes, you have to speak at a certain pace, that you do not just speak very slow, but then that does not mean in order for you to get a full score, you have to speak very quickly. Absolutely not. The same speed that I'm speaking right now, this is my natural speed. Every person's natural speed is going to be different. So based on whatever your natural speed is, you just need to follow that in the exam. You don't have to deliberately try to speak at a quicker pace. And again, you don't have to intentionally just slow yourself down and then speak it out. Just speak at a normal speed and you should be all good. Another tip I can say is, and that's for the pronunciation part, like I said, even if you feel that your pronunciation is good, you should still not try to speak out the complex words. I mean, why take this risk if you can still get a full score by speaking out the easy content? This is what I would be doing in the exam as well. When you get those 25 seconds to prepare, great tip I would say is during those 25 seconds in the erasable notebooks that you would be given in the exam, just write down 5, 6, 7 categories or colors on that notebook in those 25 seconds before the recording starts. Now, when the recording starts, you don't even have to look on the image again. And that is something I would recommend. Do not look on the image when the recording has started. And the reason for that is if you look on the image while the recording is being done, chances are that you may get confused based on how much information you would be having in the image, and you will try to speak out anything and everything. So rather than confusing yourself with so much of information, prefer just having few categories written in your notebook and then just speak them out without looking on the image. Just focus on the categories that you've already written and nothing more than that. Fifth tip I can definitely say is just practice. Like, you don't have to practice 1 hour, 2 hour every day. Just pick 15 minutes of a day to practice describe image, and pick any image. You don't even have to specially go on the PTE websites and search for describe images. Just describe anything that is in front of you. Right now, I can see that there is an iPad in front of me. I will just describe that. If you're driving, you see something in your car, describe that. If you're just sitting somewhere and if you see something random, a bird, sky, a building, anything and everything, describe that. You have got your smartphone in your hand, describe that. You don't have to look for the images, just describe anything. And then take down those 5 or 6 keywords, categories, speak them out using your template, which you have already memorized as per my tip number 1. And then just speak it out for, let's say in 15 minutes, you can easily do about 10 to 12 images. That is more than enough practice for this particular describe image. So this is what I basically wanted to cover in this particular video, especially because of the students who try to complicate the content for no reason. Difficult and complex words are not required just in this topic. I'm not talking about the other topics in the exam. Yes, you have to have great content in retail lecture, summarize spoken text, all those kind of topics. But just for describe image, just focus on your fluency, just focus on the pronunciation part. And for the pronunciation, whenever you speak, make sure you open up your mouth as wide as possible so that whatever words are coming out of your mouth, they sound very clear. Clarity is very important. Just focus on these few things and you should be all good, not just in clearing your describe image, but actually getting a full score in that. I hope this video was helpful. Like I said, if you have any sort of questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below. And if you need any one-on-one support, you can get in touch with us on Instagram or Facebook. Just search for M&MM NAATI. All the links would be there in the description. You can just click on them and reach out to us and we can have a discussion over there. With that, I'll take your leave. All the very best if you have booked your exams. Stay safe wherever you are, and I'll see you all in the next video.